I don't want to steal that idea. I didn't want to do it for this when I'm doing that. You know what I mean?
No, I get
it. Dude, Casey, did I tell you what we got for Reba?
Mick, you have not.
So, you know that we are sponsored by BarkBox Super Chewer now, right?
I am well aware that BarkBox Super Chewy is one of our sponsors.
So we signed up for Reba because she's always tearing through every toy we get her. And
yeah, she's pretty brutal.
Yeah, it is pretty. You've seen it. Like, it's pretty rough. She loves to play fetch and like tear everything up. So we signed her up for it, and we got the first box. And everybody can go see. I did the unboxing. That's all over social media. But it was a Jurassic World because we signed her up for the movie one.
So it was like full on Velociraptor. I mean, they got those little puppy teeth. I feel like those are equivalent.
Yeah, so they have raptor. Like, this was one of the toys. It's the mosquito and amber.
Nice. Yep.
So, and it's a toy within a toy.
So that
she breaks through this. That's a toy. And then the very cool thing, like, let me show you this. So before we got started, like, this is the box that you get, right?
Oh, okay, nice.
So you got the snacks, you got a couple of beef, like the sticks, the pork sticks.
Oh yeah, I did that.
This right here, this eye that looks like an egg.
Yeah.
It's like this little sack. It's like this tough little sack that it comes with. And it's pretty rad. Because, like, I'm looking at him like, it'll take her a while to chew through that, but I'm like, why would they give her a sack? Like,
right. I mean, I feel like that would be pretty simple, canvas or whatever.
Well, she tore into it, and it was torn up like within 30 minutes.
Of course.
But this is what came in it: a little dinosaur head.
Oh, that's awesome!
And it's like a little squeaky dinosaur head for her to play with. It's pretty.
Now she's going to be slamming at your door, by the way, during this whole show. She's just going to be freaking out now that you squeaked it.
This ball, listen to that. Listen how heavy that is.
That is brutal.
It is a super chewer, man. But
that is strong.
So every box comes with 2 tough toys, 2 full-size bags of treats, and 2 meaty chews.
Wow.
So it's pretty rad. So, like, it will come in, you mark your calendars and get excited for most of the boxes to arrive within 5 days. So once a month you get it. And we're going to be doing the unboxing every time we get it on our social media. Mm-hmm. But there's 100% happy guarantee. If the toy isn't tough enough, they'll replace it. 100% free of charge. No proof needed. You don't have to send it back. No time limits. No questions asked. They'll just send you a new one.
That sounds awesome, man. I mean, what's wrong with that deal? Sounds like nothing. A great deal.
I mean, because we thought we were going to have to return it after the sack ripped, but then we found out it was another toy in there, so we didn't. And then it's so if the dog has allergies or too many treats, their crew of like dog crazy from Columbus, Ohio. We know great people from Columbus, Ohio.
Gotta love Columbus.
They're there to make sure that the Super Chewer box is perfect for our dogs. So we can always call them up and talk to them and be like, this is what happened. She doesn't go through the treats fast enough, but she does go through the toys or vice versa. And they will make sure that you're happy in the end.
Well, that's absolutely worth it.
And, you know, you're a dog lover. You've owned dogs. We're dog lovers. We've owned dogs, and we do. So everybody, if you guys own a dog and you want to go check it out, go to our affiliate link right down in the descriptions below. It's on thescenesnobs.com, our link tree, whatever else. And the link is right there. So go check it out, see if you like it, and sign up.
Yeah, let us know, because it definitely has been worthwhile. Something that Mick has already explored, and I'm excited to hopefully have a dog in the future.
We know you will. You can't go without a dog.
Of course I will. It's already been too long.
And Super Chewer will be perfect for it.
I'm in.
All right, everybody. We'll see you in a few.
Welcome to the Scene Snobs Podcast.
What's going on, everybody? It's like you just saw us. It's the future, man.
Yeah, we've actually returned from the past in similar clothing, swaddled, you might say.
It would have been so much better if I told you to take off the hat and then just put it on in between and just been like, no, we recorded that so long ago.
That was so many seconds ago.
Guys, welcome to the Scene Snobs Podcast. I'm your host, Mick Manhattan, joined as always by my illustrious, beautiful, very glasses-friendly face friend, Casey the Madman Plot. I love those glasses.
Well, these are still my favorites.
I liked your thin ones, but the thick glasses always worked.
Yeah, I mean they're pretty much win-wins. I need to get my horn rims again, because those
I'm not gonna lie, I like the hat, but I hate your brim.
I know, isn't it?
Because I'm like, nah, all baseball rules. I'm like an old man who just played like softball league when it comes to my hats.
The funny thing is with me and my hats, I was all about forming them. I spent so many years being about, all right, I'm going to take the time to make sure this curls this way. When it sets, it just fits great. And then as I got older, I get the old man brims where it's, I'm going to put that on my head because I don't want to do my hair.
The problem is, like, a brim like that sits too high on the head.
Very high.
And it's like, if you didn't just get done working, then you're not allowed to have your hat on your head that high. Like, it's not the way it works.
Well, that was a military thing, man. You learn that it just kind of hits the brim, the edge right on the little bone, right? Everyone has that bone, right? Or is that just from too much damage from taking headers off of like large
you vets. Buildings? You, my wife, my brothers, like, it's all like everybody we know, basically. And it's just like, what are you, Mick? I'm a pacifist, motherfucker.
Well, that's what happens. You just reach a point where you feel like, I just want it to lay up there so that way when I take it off, my hair will look good. The joke is, when I take it off, my hair's not there.
Oh, no, it's there. It's just cut. You leave yourself alone. I'm not going to let you pick on yourself tonight. That's not going to happen.
Stop it. Come on. Cut it out. Got out of here.
I feel like you're aging into Joey Gladstone.
Oh, I'm definitely getting there. I can't wait to actually have like a gopher puppet. That's going to be really exciting.
Here's the worst part about that. I think he was like 36 when that show ended. And that was like 9 years. So you're rounding bases towards 40. You're not there yet.
No, but I'm getting close. I'm steadily approaching. Let me say I've stolen second and waiting to see if third's available.
That's fair. Actually, Radar pulls it right. Mick is a pacifist except for bears. And actually, I wanted to tell you, Casey, did you know that I worked on a movie last year? Well, this year, actually. It was earlier this year.
I did not.
Would you like to see the trailer? I was a technical consultant.
Yes, I would love to see a trailer of which you were a part of, Mo Frere.
All right.
That would be amazing.
Let me pull this up. Hold on. We're not going to play the sound. I actually want to just play the part where I was the technical consultant. So let me find this real quick, and then we can go from there. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So let me pull this up, put it in theater mode for everybody so they can get into it.
And we are just waiting, bated breath.
Well, no, it's pretty good. Like, they realized that they needed me for this because it needed to be realistic looking, and they knew I had a background in filmmaking. It's a new Hulu movie, actually. It's called Prey. It's the new Predator movie. And this is the scene that they specifically pulled me in for.
I believe it.
So this bear is attacking, and it was a real bear.
Yeah.
And they needed to see what a bear would look like dead.
Yeah.
So, see that right there?
Yeah, the way it kind of slumped out. Yeah, yep.
I did that. That was me.
Yeah.
For
well,
them.
Luckily, it was just your death aura. So you didn't have to physically do anything. You had to just be near it. And it went, oh shit, and died.
That was not the Predator who killed that bear. That was me. And then the guy in the Predator suit walked on and was like, thanks, man. Yeah, no problem.
And that's one of the unfortunate parts is there were animals harmed during that filming because Mick got close to set.
Well, listen, I don't harm bears unless they're trying to harm me.
No, you don't have a choice. And not to mention, no, that's bullcorn. You talk about actively hunting bears. What are you talking about? You're like an 1860s frontiersman. It's ridiculous.
You remember at the end of Top Gun 2, and if nobody else knows this, I don't give a shit. But they're like, yeah, I got 2 confirmed kills, and he's like, well, Maverick got 3. That makes him an ace. Well, you know what, Davy Crockett? You killed 1 bear. And I've killed like 9. So
that we know of potentially.
That should kind of make me senator of Tennessee.
Because of your bear killing?
For the bear killing alone. You know that's why he was voted in.
No, clearly.
Now, he may have only been 3. But whatever.
That was enough.
Oh, my God. It's a cool bear killing all the time. So let's see who's here. Radar's here. What's up, Radar?
We've got a whole crew. Radar, my friend. It's great to see you.
If your dog breaks the toy, they'll replace 100% money back. No, well, you don't need a money back because they're just going to replace it.
Yeah, just replace the toy, which is right.
And she has broken every toy we've ever given her, and these are still standing.
Can witness.
Yeah, it's legit. It's pretty cool. The ball isn't squeaky. This is just rubber. Ah, my mic fell.
He's gonna break his microphone with the toy to show you how strong it really is.
It is pretty strong, actually. It was hard for me to actually. I needed 2 hands. These are bear killing hands, and I can't even. So
well, it's not the hands that do it. Remember, it's just the part of around you-ness.
It's true. It's true.
Because the bears can't take the talons, bro.
These things are pretty tough. I will tell you that.
Hi, Kathleen.
Add college FM stations to Spotify's front page. YT. I'm with you. Let's do it. I'm all for it. You guys are cute, living the dream, gentlemen. We are.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
I am cutely living the dream.
I'm going to call you A.
Nah, that's ACFMSTSFPYT.
I'm in it. I'm in it to win it. I'm with you. I'll vote wherever you want me to vote. I am a senator now.
Wait a minute. So by bear killing, you've become a senator?
Maybe of the bear universe. I don't know. I don't know that America. I mean, listen, there's a lot of people who become senators that probably shouldn't be.
I mean, that's valid.
So I feel like I'm like middle of the road compared to a lot.
You're not as bad as the worst could have been.
I don't know if that's a compliment or you're trashing me on that.
I love you too, buddy.
Damn it.
Hi, John.
I'm a little offended, but whatever. I'll get over it.
You should not be, because I love you.
I appreciate you, buddy. I will become, I have a cowboy hat and everything. I'll put it on. So John says, I was very confused. I thought you guys were ending the show and then just got here. No. Sorry about that. We have 3 sponsors now. So we open the show with reads. And sometimes during the show, if they call for it. But you can check out our sponsors over on thescenesnobs.com.
And honestly, John, we just like to keep you guessing.
We do like to keep you guessing. Oh, Corinne's here. What's up, Corinne?
Hi, Corinne.
And John says, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, except for bears. Bears will show no mercy.
Right. They don't make you fucking stronger, man. You know what they do? They take legs and faces.
No,
all right.
Maybe yours.
Yeah, because they're trying to play practical jokes. Bears are dicks, all right? In the woods, they're just trying to play practical jokes, and then they get too vicious and brutal, and they take your face off. Bears aren't cool, man, and don't smoke cigarettes and don't do drugs. How about that?
That's true. I agree with that.
Don't be like a bear.
Don't do the bad drugs.
You can do the good drugs all you want.
The good stuff.
And do some of the bad drugs, just don't do them a lot and around people you're not comfortable with.
Do the legal drugs that are only legal in some states, whatever.
Bingo.
That's what happens when you leave things to states.
But we stay united.
Kathleen says, I'd rather fight a bear than try to get my kid to bed tonight.
Ooh.
A bear would literally kill me, not just feel like it's slowly sucking the life out of me.
Yeah.
Those are harsh words that I understand completely.
I feel every bit of that, because I can feel like the child's feet inside of my ribs while they're like, don't leave, like choking you slowly. Like with the back of your shirt, and you're just, but they're also sweet and cute and innocent, and are like, I'm scared, but don't hold me, just stay there. And they're like squeezing and crushing you, and all you think of is how glorious they are and that you have to care for them. Yeah, kids, it's a wonder.
Dude, so here, you want to hear a funny story? First off, let's say hi to Stacy. Stacy's here.
Hi, Stacy. Hey, what is that?
What's up, Stacy? She saves many cats in her area up in Illinois, and she's killing it, and we have a lot of respect for people.
I don't know if you want to say killing it. She's a badass.
She's a badass. Let's go badass. Let's just say that.
Yep. I don't know. Let's not use that term.
That's not. Yeah. Okay.
You're not saving cats. It's not.
She's killing cat homelessness. Let's say that. That's what she's doing.
And I hate the homelessness problem in that city. That's.
I don't know if you can say that.
Felt right.
Almost 80 cats pulled from kill shelters in like 2. See, killing it, killing the kill shelters.
Doing well, doing.
Listen, I use slang
moves.
here.
Fight the power.
Like that song was a real banger, or that's so mid. I don't know. I'm finding these things out.
So I'm just balling her out.
Stacy's also our patron member who gave us Mannequin to watch. One of the most problematic movies we've ever seen.
Oh my God. It was so problematic to revisit that one, and yet the same token, perfect movie. Hence Stacy, most righteous.
Stacy, you got to give us more. You have to, because every Patreon member can give us a movie to review on Plot Roast. This week, was very exciting. We actually really loved the movie.
Yeah,
And
this was a weird week because this was one of the better movies we've ever seen. It was so good.
It was so. It will be out tomorrow. The full episode will be up on Patreon tomorrow, and then the edited version will be up this weekend after the event. But it's called "I Come in Peace" or "Dark Angel," depending on where you find it.
And not to be confused with the Jessica Alba Dark Angel, which was very fucking different.
Very different. Very, very different. It is so bad. It's good. Mannequin was so crazy. We need a Yogi Bear reboot with Mick as Ranger Smith. Has had enough of that picnic basket stealing son of a bitch.
Hey there, Yogi. I don't know. Ranger Mick will be sore with us. Oi there, boo-boo. We're gonna take this boy and we're gonna shove him in a basket.
It's just like shh, shh, shh.
What if it's Yogi Bear? Stand by. Yogi Bear as he's abducting children, right? He's part of the human trafficking, right? And
that's what's in those picnic baskets.
Boo Boo is like the accountant, like keeping track, and like meanwhile Yogi and Ranger Smith is totally Ranger Mick actually is coming because Ranger Smith isn't handling it, so they called in Special Ranger Smith, Special Agent Ranger Mick. That's who's there to handle it.
I'm dressed like Wolverine at the front of the Wolverine movie.
It's perfect.
Where he protects the bear from the guy. Or no, the bear gets killed by the poison arrows.
Yeah.
Then he goes and he like trashes the guy who did it. I would do that. I'm not going to let a bear die by unsportsmanlike conduct.
And yet a bear who is human trafficking and his accomplice, you're going to, the whole point is just for you to murder them as ridiculously as you can. And in fact, your vehicle of motion should be a cannonball from outer space.
There's good bears.
Find out what that means if you watch the plot roast episode.
Oh my God, you will find that one out. I come in peace. So we haven't even gotten to the topic tonight. We have a few different things we need to talk about, but let's get out of the way our big event this week. In
the way. Let's put it right in the way.
Put it right in your face.
It's a huge event. There's a lot of awesome people and fantastic human beings who are going to be joining us for this. Yes, this is very exciting. And we haven't done one of these in a minute, bro. It's time. It's our long runs, buddy.
Friday will be exactly 364 days since we last did one.
Wow.
The 23rd will have been 1 year.
Wow.
So this Friday, July 22nd, we're doing our third Fundathon. It's a charity event. We live stream on all of our channels. I keep going the wrong way. We live stream. We're calling it Casters for a Cause. We have a lot of great podcasts on and different people coming on. It's awesome. It's a great time. We are doing it for this time. We're doing it for the World Central Kitchen and Sandy Hook Promise. So if you go to thescenesnobs.com, and I'm going to pull that up right now because I want to show everybody who's watching. But if you
share it with the people, everyone who's watching. And if you aren't watching and you're listening, you can check out thescenesnobs.com at a later point and find out exactly what we're talking about.
100%. So if you go to the site, you will see. Okay, so if you go to it on your phone, it will be in a red casing. It says Casters for a Cause. You click on that. Or if you're on a desktop, you see the big...
I'm sorry, I just love your 14.4 modem that our faces haven't loaded up yet in the banner.
Dude, don't even get me started. I have too much going on right now. I got kids, man. I got a wife upstairs. They're all doing stuff that's not watching me right now.
Things are hard.
There's so much responsibilities. Like the websites come up fast, just not ours. So this is so you have Casters for a Cause everywhere. You can check it out, and these are the sponsors if you want to check those out. But I'm going to hit the donate button, and it will bring you right over here. This is our GoFundMe. So we've set $1,000 goal.
Boom.
If we get more, that would be great.
Sweet.
But whatever we get, it's live right now. You can go and donate now, or you can donate at another time. Whatever's fine with us.
You can pre-donate.
You could pre-donate, but it will be running through the weekend. So we'll finish up on Sunday, and then we are going to donate. We're going to split it up, and we're going to donate half to World Central Kitchen and half to Sandy Hook Promise. Guys, join in. Be a part of the event because Friday it starts at 12 p.m. Eastern. Casey and I will be hosting. We have tons of great shows that are going to be a part of it.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to just be a lot of fun. So really just join in. Let's have a good time.
Super excited for some of the incredible guests we're going to have. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. And I really hope everyone joins us for another fun, exciting event where maybe we'll have people accepting live phone calls.
I don't think we will. I don't have a phone line set up.
I've been working towards a telethon. This could be the year. I guess everyone will have to wait and find out.
I'm going to have Shemp over there. He's going to be handling the one phone.
Just one phone, because you only really need one landline at this point.
I mean, we're not setting the bar high.
No.
Not you guys will set the bar high for it, not us.
Well, look, we're no QVC. We're not going to have, people making phones calls from everywhere. So
I'm telling you right now, it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a great time.
It's going to be exciting.
There's so many fun shows planned, and they're going to be around, and we are going to be probably drunk at one point.
Oh, well, yeah. By 10 p.m.? Around the 10:30 hour.
Around the 10:30 mark.
Yeah.
I'm going to get really rosy-cheeked.
Yes, he is.
That's what's going to happen. And still have to go another hour and a half.
And at the same time, just espouse over friendship for a good 45 minutes of that hour and a half.
Oh, can I just say, I didn't get to show this picture earlier, but I wanted to show it. And it's a picture of my dog chewing on the toy.
Yeah.
So that's my dog, Reba. She's fantastic.
She's
picked her for the name because nobody ever believes that I am as big of a Reba McEntire fan as I am.
Because we don't believe that you know exactly every word to The Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia.
That's not even her song. She sang it. It's not her song. It's Vicki Lawrence's song.
That's fair. You're good. I like you.
Unless it wasn't Vicki Lawrence. Vicki Lawrence might have sang another one. But it was from the 60s. Reba's way younger than that. She was in the 80s.
Right. Fancy?
She did sing the song, though.
No, you love Fancy, though.
I love Fancy. That's such a great. She has so many great songs. But here we go. One of my dogs was a rescue, and get name at the rescue was Fancy. Yeah, there it is.
Awesome.
And her name was Fancy. Yeah. No, so when we picked up Reba, there was like a litter of them, and they named them all after country music stars.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know that at first because we had met Dolly, we had met Cash, we had met Waylon. And we're looking around, and then this one floppy-eared dog, the rest had like ears that stuck up. Right. This one floppy-eared cutie came out, and they go, "Oh, Reba!" And my wife looked right at me and was like, "That's it.
Yep,
that's the one."
Yep.
And it was, because she's still my dog. I love her. So anyway,
it's a beautiful thing.
It is a beautiful thing. It really is, and I love it. I really do. So Casey,
hi, Mick.
Guess what?
I don't want to guess.
We're not getting any Marvel until the end of August.
Oh, that feels really good.
This is like the biggest break we've had since Phase 4 started.
I am grateful for that.
Well, here's the deal. So am I. But it's because of Phase 4 and how it's been going. And I want to talk to you about that.
Okay, well, I'm curious of this because this is something I want to talk about too. I feel like there's a whole lot of things going on with this. I've read a lot of weird up and down and everyone all over the dang old place. So let's us get into it, as the kids say.
Well, I guess they've seen a 60% drop or a 60 or 70% drop in viewership, like, going to the theaters and for the past two movies.
Yeah.
Overall, compared for the opening weekend. And that's like a big deal.
Well, I mean, it makes sense though. Look at what we've had. What have you had? You've had Sam Raimi do a Sam Raimi Marvel movie.
That's true.
Multiverse of Madness is not for everyone. I'm a huge Sam Raimi fan of, as I have said, anyone who's watched this, I talk way too much about it, so I won't tonight. Sam Raimi, big fan of him. Love what he does. That Doctor Strange movie was absolutely a Sam Raimi movie, so people are uncomfortable with it. It's because we're no longer for a younger generation. America Chavez being in there is uncomfortable because kids like my daughter, I can't show her that movie.
Yeah.
I can show her, Ultron. I can show her Avengers 2. We can watch Avengers. We can watch a lot, but we can't watch that one.
Yeah, it's such a tough thing. Like, when you watch these movies and stuff, like, Jack can't watch it. Like I think Tommy would be all right with Doctor Strange, but it would definitely be a lot. You know,
Well,
like
there's
this is
nightmare, man. There's too many big nightmare opportunities. If I'm that scared legitimately in one scene in a movie, I don't think my child should watch it. You know what I mean?
fair. I get it. Like Jack hasn't watched it, and he probably won't. He really wants to see Thor: Love and Thunder, and even that has a couple of things where it's like, all right, like gore. It's only gore. There's not enough of them, but it's the problem. My problem with these movies are, yes, they're very fun, and they're a good time.
Yes.
But I tried to reason with it, like with Phase 1. I'm like, yeah, but they weren't really interconnected or anything. But you knew it was building to the Avengers.
Well, it built to the Avengers, and it was able to do it in a more natural way because the movies were independent and then brought together. And I think that's what they've lost. They've lost the independent character movies. Everything has to be brought together.
And they're not, because they're saying already that it's going to be a big thing. Like they're not really doing Avengers and everything's up in the air. They haven't given us a point to get to. You know, it seems like the next one, like Miss Marvel just ended and we saw Brie Larson show up at the end of that because we know they're going to be in the Marvels together.
Yeah.
But the problem is we're getting into this and it's like, but what's the big thing? What is everything coming to?
I think the problem is we're not used to the idea of not having. We have too many characters we love and want to revisit with too many new characters they want to introduce, which we're excited about because we want new characters. I love America Chavez. I'm a huge Ms. Marvel was freaking awesome. Ms. Marvel is one of their best shows they've put out. Period. Dot. In my opinion, I love that movie show all the way through. I thought it was that good. I thought they did that good a job of keeping it that PG level while telling a good story, while giving me and my daughter something we could enjoy together. You know, that was pretty special.
Where you and I differ on that is I think it's a great show. I love the family element of it, and I'm glad that it was more geared towards kids, and I think that works. There was just some stuff that didn't work in it. There's just some things that was the story was just like, it was just a little too loose in plot in some areas.
It wasn't.
They got rid of the film. What?
It wasn't made for you.
That's not what I'm talking about. That's not the same thing. Anybody, I can watch it. First of all, out of everybody here, I can watch something from a professional standpoint to say whether a story or plot works. I've busted my ass for 20 years in seminars and screenplay schools and writing that I can say this. It wasn't a great story.
Okay.
And it was loose in a lot of plot details.
Well, look, the villain was weird and awkward and wasn't a huge villain. Like the antagonist was weirdly not antagonizing.
And then they just abruptly were gone, and there was nothing really to it. And then they changed tunes, and they're still trying to make Damage Control seem like they're not bad guys. This was just a bad choice, and it was a really bad choice. And I understand what they're trying to go for with the metaphor of what's going on in real life, especially with people of color.
But
I understand that. No.
And I think that works. I think that works with the fact that the other the agent in charge, who was not on site, is the one who's like, "Nope, you're done. You're out." And hopefully that gives Damage Control the opportunity in the opening door to show that bridges can be gapped.
I understand that, but you should have focused on that.
They did not spend enough time on that part. You're right.
They just wanted to tie it up to have something in there to do this and tie up the bow, but there wasn't enough. It wasn't elaborate enough focusing on your antagonist. Now, this has been overall Marvel, some of the best villains we've seen on screen ever.
Agreed.
And I will say this about WandaVision. I will say this about even Loki to an extent. Hawkeye to an extent.
I think Hawkeye, I'll put it up there. I definitely agree with the during Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah, like there was a whole setup for Kingpin, and it was like, yeah, but you took too long. and just to have it coincide with Spider-Man. And that was another one that sacrificed their villains and their villains' motivations and it was weak. But like, now you have a great protagonist that you're enjoying, and I thought her as a protagonist in the show was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
But your protagonist in a show and in a story like this is only as strong as your antagonist, and both were very weak. And now I loved Miss Marvel. Again, I've been praising it, because I loved the family element. I loved how the family all worked. I loved how they came together. Yeah. I loved the locations of it, not just Jersey City because it's where I'm from.
Yeah, of course. All right, I see Big JC.
When she's in Pakistan, everything they really utilized.
That was awesome, man. Well, yeah, when they went to Karachi, was so beast.
But I think a lot of people, and it's said often, like to kind of go back to what you said earlier, was like it's not made for you. That is, in my opinion, and when somebody says that to me or anybody. Is the same as saying we'll fix it in post. It means absolutely fucking nothing. Everything should be able to be looked at from a point of view. Now I'm looking at this from an outsider in a lot of ways. In the Muslim religion, in the culture that they're putting together and building for us in front of our eyes, in the fact that it's a 16-year-old girl, and I've never been one, so I can't. I cannot.
Well, I've always stated that's my issue with Twilight. I read the first book. I understood the attraction of the first book, and I understood the attraction of the movies. I was never a 16-year-old girl. It never. Yeah. So it didn't bridge the gap. Ms. Marvel allowed me to bridge the gap more through the Bruno character, through the dad.
Bruno was shit. Bruno was
being a dad. Character. Like, I love the dad character so fucking much. After that Hulk scene when he comes in with the dang old friggin'
the dad
Hulk
was amazing.
On, again, I was like, I get that guy.
The family worked, and it absolutely should, because it's in the comics, and I've read the comics. Yep. It works. My point with it, like, Bruno sucked. Bruno was just a rehash trying to make what do you call it, Peter Parker.
No, basically. Because I like Bruno because Bruno was almost like a Ducky character. He was a Ducky character who then also brought in not a Peter Parker. He was just that's a middling, crazy kid who's in school.
It was like their new version of a Peter Parker for that. I'm not saying that it's Peter Parker. I'm just saying.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
That kid looks just like fucking Peter Parker. Like, it just. So when you're
watching,
was
Tom Holland's like second. Then they were like, "You want to roll?
You want to roll? You want to do this?"
But he was also worn a mask. How about without a mask?
He is that Ducky character, but the thing is, the Ducky character should die. It's a terrible trope.
But instead he leaves. I think it's fine. It's not a trope if he leaves.
No, it's still a trope. He's still a tropey character.
Why can't he be the one who is there to take care of and then be guy in the chair for her, or be gadget guy?
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
But it was the pining. It should have just, and like, he was upset in certain areas where it was like, she's making these decisions or she's not paying attention to me. And it's like, come on, man. Like, we didn't need that. We have enough going on. Shut up.
I feel like it was just a look, though. I feel like the reason I liked that because it was so underplayed, because it was a look. It was a single line. And then he popped right into, let's get to work. He was there for her, for his friend, to take care of his friend. And that's why I like this character so much. He didn't sit on the pining. He didn't make it unnecessarily gross. He didn't get uncomfortable with her. He just had moments and looks, and I can appreciate that. And he moved forward and kept the friendship. That was the important part the whole way. It was hard and it was a struggle, but he did it. And that was an important part of the character that you need to see that more, I think, in our television that we don't see in our entertainment more.
We're focusing on Miss Marvel way too much.
Not at all. It's a great show.
It was a great show. I did enjoy it. I really liked it. And actually, it's one I probably will rewatch again because it was a lot of fun.
It was.
And I thought that really worked. She was great as Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan. And, but the story bugged me. The antagonists bugged me.
Antagonists 100%, man. There were some weird parts with them that they kind of just walked in and walked out. It was a revolving door of rapidness that was like, but no one ever made the connection. No one ever was the bad guy. There was villainous within everyone, and yet then it was melted quick. it was a PG, fast at you. These are the shows we don't watch. I don't watch this kind of show. I'm not. When we see this, we see the holes. We see the errors. Watching my child watch this show and find connections was like, oh, okay. All right, now I see why.
But that's great. And I think that works.
Yeah.
I think that works for kids. But what I'm saying is it doesn't work for story. And we are telling an overall story. This is supposed to lead to the movie.
Yeah.
And it's not building up now. Okay, we get it. She's a mutant in the end. Great. But did you do this?
Come on, they did the thing. You didn't hear the thing? I love the thing.
I heard the thing. I literally said mutant. I know what they said. My problem with it is that what we're relying on? Is this your way of introducing?
Yes.
But you can't do that. Like that would listen. If I got to the end of Obi-Wan and it was just like, look, Mandalorian was born on this day when he fought Vader for the last time. It's like, that's why you did this?
No, they introduced mutants with Professor fucking X in Multiverse of Madness rolling in on the floating yellow hover chair. So this has already been done. So they already did it.
And in that movie, my least favorite part of that movie was the Illuminati.
Well, I
thought it took away. I was excited to see it. I really was, but I thought it took away from the story. And what they were doing. I was like, you're just doing this for fanfare, and I don't care.
I mean, I get that, but it's also they have to do some kind of intro somewhere. So they have to show you that Fantastic Four and X-Men are now part of it. So they took 15 minutes in that movie and went, we're going to show you what the world is going to open to. And that's what they've been trying to do. And that's what's so hard is they're trying to introduce the multiverse as being the thing. But that means more story, more characters, more stuff than we can potentially wrap our little brains around over and over and over and over and over again. And the best part is it allows for all the fan fiction that we do. It allows for us to sit here and go, oh, but what if? Because they could do this and they could do this. And then we have a show called What If for what could potentially happen elsewhere. So this is all about opening more stories and more characters. So, yeah, Phase 4 is weird because there is no unified thing because they're just opening more doors. It's like Lost. This is Lost Season 3. You're waiting for the smoke monster to figure out what the shit it is, and that's just ignoring it.
That sucked. That was the worst, and it pissed me off. And everything fucking bullshit.
But this is why I stopped buying so many comic books back in 2000 or 1999 or whatever it was, because I was like, I'm done having to buy for one storyline. I have to get into 4 different books that I don't even like. And now I have to follow these characters that I don't give a shit about so I can find out how Spider-Man got a sweet new suit. You know what I mean? Like that is what has happened because that's what happened in the comic books, hence required a reset in the comic books. We are steadily approaching a reset in the MCU.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I'm fine with it, but I just don't think they're doing it. They're doing a strong thing for it. And it's almost out of Phase 4 is the problem. Yeah. So it's been a weak phase, in my opinion. Let's see what Radar says, because he seems to have a lot to say. Nothing connects to the next like it used to. It still connects, but you have to wait forever now, which is weird because there's content all the time.
Right.
Still waiting on Nick Fury again. He'll be in Secret Invasion coming up next year. Sharon, we just got Miss Marvel again. Well, Sharon was in she had a pretty big part, and it looks like she's rumored to be in the Captain America 4, but she had a pretty big part in as the broker, the power broker, in
Falcon Winter
Soldier. Mm-hmm. So we did get her, Miss Marvel again. Nothing else with Kate. Well, we don't know. I mean, we just got Kate, so you got it. She'll come back. How long until we see the continuing Black Knight, Pip, Star Fox? Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, all those things are going to be wild.
So weak.
Yeah.
I think my favorite thing so far is Doctor Strange 2 and then Shang-Chi.
I'll agree with that. I mean, Shang-Chi is my top out of all of them. Sam Raimi's Strange 2 is number 2.
And I liked Thor Love and Thunder, but I liked Thor Love and Thunder.
Right.
That was it.
Well, that's unfortunate, man, because you're such a Thor guy.
I know.
You know what I mean?
It's a bummer. I still have it next to me. Still holding it close. Miss Marvel's antagonist problem. Have you seen Thor: Love and Thunder yet?
No, I have not.
Oh, I can't wait till you see it. Miss Marvel's antagonist problem is the villain problem biting them in the ass. You can't keep killing villains and having heroes fight villains. I don't know if I read that wrong.
No, I get that.
Yeah, I mean, I get you can't keep killing them and then having them fight more. Like, yeah, I mean, they should save some. Like, seriously.
But at the same token, I understand that was just sometimes you just have a piece that pushes the other piece and then dies.
No,
you know what I mean. You just have to have a piece to get to the next part, and that's really what a lot of the villains in Marvel are. As great as they are, as much dimension as they give, the fact that they make you want to like connect with them and understand that, man, I felt that way before, and I could totally see going that way and just robbing banks because fuck it, I have a big scorpion tail and now I can make money for my family. Why wouldn't I do that? You know, like,
yeah,
I get that. There are a lot of facets to them, but at the end they have to be defeated. And this, because she's not going to be an Inhuman, they're opening them up with the mutants, essentially. So they're going to be mutants.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to get a whole different spin on how things go. So this is all introduction stuff, and change is weird, man. Nobody likes change. We want the specials that Iron Man gave us. We want the special feels that Captain America gave us. Those were all big characters that all played together well. That stuff was kind of on a gamble, and we all rolled with it, and it worked. And we got Avengers, and then we got a bigger build from that. I think it's been more difficult now because they have so many stories and so many characters and so many people they want to appeal to that it becomes more difficult to start targeting your audiences. So you do these broad things.
You do.
You do the broad do.
So, let's shift this over to real quick to San Diego Comic-Con. So guys, we are going to be covering it. We will have impromptu Geek Fest lives to kind of cover daily things, and we'll be talking about it in the overview of Geek Fest Live. So make sure that you are liking and subscribing to this so that way you can keep up to date with us. But before we get to our main topic tonight, which I know we're excited for, I do want to talk to Casey about some of the rumors that they have for not only the MCU, but other stuff coming up. So it looks like we're probably going to get a Black Panther 2 first look, and we'll probably see Namor.
How do you feel about that?
I'm cool with it. I'm excited. I've already kind of heard some of the spoilers from the thing, and I'm cool with it. I'm fine.
How do you feel? Would you like Namor? Was Namor ever a character that meant anything to you?
I liked him more as a villain than when he was like siding with everybody. He was always a dick to everybody, so it was kind of funny too.
I mean, that's funny, yeah.
It was always fun for me, but he was never around enough.
Yeah,
but yeah, so like it would be cool to see, and I like the Aztec vibe they're going with for it. Not so much Atlantis, like Greek Atlantis or whatever, but it's I guess it's going to be a Mayan or an Aztec background.
Yeah, so way cooler, like along the Quetzalcoatl vein or whatever. So yeah, it's going to be cool.
So I'm down with it. She-Hulk will probably drop another teaser. A Werewolf by Night will probably be officially announced with the first look, which I'm.
How are you feeling about that one?
I am excited for it because I hear it's going to be Jack Russell, which is a good one. I thought they were going to start with his dad, but it's cool that they're going to be that. Blade get an update, so it looks like Homelander may be playing the villain of Blade, and it might be. And the big rumor is that he might be playing Dracula.
Whoa, Anthony Starr?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So and I think that this rumor's dropping now. We're probably going to get a first look at Blade.
That's awesome. I've been on a total Banshee kick because I finished, this season of Boys, which was just out of this world, and then jumped right into I love Anthony Starr, and I found Anthony Starr while living with you. And we discovered the show Banshee right after the show Strike Back. You got me on Strike Back, and I got you on Banshee. And it was amazing. And Banshee was so dang good, man. And Anthony Starr, emotes and expresses so much. So the idea of him as Dracula could be Christopher Lee level Dracula. And that's a huge statement because for me, Christopher Lee is probably the best Dracula.
Yeah, I don't know that I would disagree with that.
I'm
always okay when people say
classic
that.
Draculas. Gary Oldman is always in that conversation, though. So
I do love Bela Lugosi, but I mean, if people say Christopher Lee, I'm never upset by that.
Yeah.
So we'll probably get an announcement date for What If because season 2 is coming out this year.
Yes.
We'll likely get teasers for Ant-Man 3 and the Marvels,
which we should.
Guardians of the Galaxy will probably deliver some footage. Fantastic Four updates because we know it's coming. We just don't know who, what, where, why, or when.
Okay, as long as it's not Miles Teller.
I don't know. I'm actually kind of cool on Miles Teller now. I'm liking him after Top Gun 2. Echo shows a preview, so yeah, we'll see if Echo gets a preview. Maybe get a shot of Daredevil. They're saying that his suit will be red and black in this, and that pisses me off because I really want the red and yellow.
Yeah, you want the original, the OG red and yellow?
Yeah, I would love it.
Really?
Secret Invasion delivers news. That'd be cool. Captain America 4 goes official, which I'm hearing we're going to get probably a lot more information there than they're even anticipating. Thunderbolts will probably be announced. Deadpool 3 will probably be announced.
Well, that sounds awesome.
Because Ryan Reynolds is supposedly going to be there, and it's not going to be called Deadpool 3, so it'll be interesting to see what it is called.
Will it be Deadpool and his aviation gin?
It would probably be that. I don't doubt it.
Mint gin pool?
Crazy. Probably got Agatha, House of Harkness.
Yes.
And they're talking about possibly introductions to the X-Men. And get this, I don't know if you've heard the rumors, but Giancarlo Esposito is possibly Professor X.
What?
That would be awesome. And
what?
Glenn Powell.
Gus Fring as Professor X would be so dope.
Yep. So Glenn Powell is possibly Cyclops, which I think works. Now, if anybody doesn't know who he is, he played Hangman in Top Gun 2.
Mm-hmm.
He was also played John Glenn in Hidden Figures.
Yep.
He's a very fine actor. I always have a good time with him.
He was great in Hidden Figures. He played such an awesome John Glenn.
It's so sad because he is exactly what I thought John Glenn was growing up.
Yep.
And then you hear John Glenn was hanging out with fucking Epstein, and you're like, God damn it! And now now I'm mad the other way because I'm like, I don't want you to tarnish Glenn Powell.
Don't make him play that piece of garbage.
Paul showed up. He's laughing. What's up, Paul? April 2021 was the last we heard of Power Broker at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is only 2022.
But Radar, hold on. You can't be upset about that, bro. Because honestly, they take huge breaks on characters because that's just what they do. That's the timing of these movies and shows.
Yeah.
So, I'm cool. You can take your time.
I have a feeling this weekend you're going to find out she's in Captain America 4. Keep the same hairstyle for him, and just give him fangs and a cape. No capes. We all. And
Nothing doing. No capes. No capes.
Radar says Deadpool and his Mint mobile phone.
Boom. Well, just hammered on aviation gin.
I love it. Oh man, that would be fun. So, all right. So that's some of them.
Okay, now my thing is Star Trek. There's a lot of Star Trek stuff going on here on San Diego Comic-Con, bro. We got the Strange New Worlds panel. There's a Lower Decks panel. There's a Star Trek Picard panel. There's a panel that has all of those shows at once. Like it's going to be insane. Like I'm so super excited to find out what they have coming out. And August 25th, Star Trek Lower Decks Season 3. Super stoked.
It's going to be, there's going to be a lot of amazing stuff that's going to be coming. And like I said, make sure that you guys are liking and subscribing because Geek Fest Live is just a YouTube show.
Yes.
So you guys got to subscribe to know when we go live and you can check it out.
That's when we fest live our geeks.
Is Esposito playing Xavier? Who's playing? Well, nothing's confirmed yet, but that's the rumor right now that he'll play Professor X.
Okay, hold on. If Giancarlo is going to be Xavier, who would you want to be your Magneto?
I mean, clearly Walter White. No, you got to get Salamanca in there in the wheelchair. Oh my God, that would be a turn of events. That would be a harsh turn of events. Salamanca is now out there just running around
in a wheelchair,
and Esposito's in the wheelchair ringing the bell.
why not?
Lower Decks is some of the best Trek I have ever seen. Yeah.
Hey, after the love for Chief O'Brien being one of the greatest members of Starfleet of all time, I mean, yeah,
he clearly was.
Yeah, absolutely he was. He literally went onto a fucking Cardassian space station that had been built by Bajorans and turned it into an operational Federation station outpost. This is insane. The man is too good. After working on the Enterprise, he was the chief on the flagship.
Yeah. Well, okay, so let me ask you this then.
Yeah.
It kind of segues into our topic of the night. And who is the best bromance in Star Trek history?
Ooh.
In your opinion?
So there are certain levels to this.
Okay.
Because there are many bromances that sometimes require dignity and respect. And some bromances that are built on just kind of fucking hating each other a little bit, but respecting each other because you kind of fucking hate each other a little bit.
So Riker and Worf?
Yep. That's a money bromance. Because those two guys will murder anyone who says a bad thing about either one.
Yeah, that's fair.
But they will talk shit endlessly about each other.
Riker's
endlessly.
You don't think
Geordi and Barclay, man. Geordi and Barclay do not like each other. They will shit on each other constantly. And yet, if anyone talks shit about the other one, they're like, are you kidding me? You're talking about the smartest motherfucker in Starfleet over there. Like, each of them say that about each other in episodes. So,
actually, I'm right here with John, Bashir, and O'Brien on DS9.
Yep. Bashir and O'Brien is strong because Bashir and O'Brien get drunk. They go on holodeck adventures. And I mean, which is incredible. I mean, they fight in the Battle of Britain. They just randomly go fight. It's weird, crazy battles, and then just get drunk and hang out and talk about it, and then play darts. The playing darts thing is huge between them too. And fucking Bashir saves O'Brien's life because of playing darts.
Yeah, the whole thing was just wonderful. That whole romance of friendship, it's beautiful. As for I Am Groot, John, I don't know. They'll probably show something, but we're on something different now. Stop asking us about Groot.
Well, so the other one that I think would be pretty strong would actually be, I think, Paris and Kim.
Paris and who?
Paris and Kim from Voyager.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Forever Ensign.
Forever Ensign and Forever Lieutenant. The two guys who will never make rank. The guys who are just trapped in whatever they're doing, and yet they always wound up at the same table. They kind of got annoyed with each other throughout. Like, that was the beauty of those two. I don't think they ever really liked each other. I don't think those two ever found common ground in a way of like, hey, once we get back from being, like 18 million light years away from our home, and can't actively travel there less than 100 years away. Yeah, no, we wouldn't be friends. If we were just chilling on the moon, I'd be like, fuck this guy, and we'd be out.
See, that was the problem with Voyager. There should have been a mutiny long ago in season 1, but they didn't do it because everybody else just kept fighting with each other.
Wait, were you thinking they were trying to take over from Janeway? Who are they going to fucking give power to? Chakotay?
First of all, it's not like they had to do it. All they had to do was like throw the coffee out the chute in the space, and she would have been gone. She's like, no, I can't do this. I have to leave.
Pretty brutal.
I like Radar says Picard and Q when he quit being a dick. That never happened.
Neither one ever quit being a dick, by the way.
It never stopped.
Neither one ever stopped being a dick.
In Picard season 2. That was the end of it. It's over now. Q's dead. Goodbye. I've saved you from having to watch that season.
And honestly, though, I'm going to tell you, if you want to watch a compilation of just the Picard and Q scenes from Picard season 2, and the Wesley Crusher scene, the Traveler,
you have to watch that.
That was awesome. That was great.
Before that, let's just plug it. So go check out our interview with Wesley Crusher himself, Will Wheaton. because
It's
he
fucking
gets
awesome.
he breaks down that scene and what it meant, what he was doing there, and it's beautiful. So just check that out and then go check out the scene.
Just an incredible human being, and it was so cool to have that conversation with someone who, both of us connected with throughout portions of our lives. It was wild.
Oh yeah.
So great interview, great time with him.
I've outrun trains because of him.
I believe that. Yep. Yep. I jumped out of the way like 40 minutes beforehand because of him.
That's it. 40 minutes before. Once I heard the brrr, right down
I
the
wanted to
way.
be sure. I was like, is that a rumble on the track? I'll just step off it.
I got out of the way of the train. You know who didn't? The woman that was tied there by the guy with the mustache.
Thank God you weren't going to say a bear.
Couldn't get there. Just
it
couldn't
was a
get
bear
to it.
with a mustache who tied himself to the track.
A bear just twirling his mustache, and this poor woman's tied to it, and is like, I don't know this knot. I don't know how to get it. I didn't bring my knife with me.
It's a square hitch. What do I do?
I mean, why would I bring a knife? I'm never expecting to be by train tracks.
Well, look at your huge sharp claws.
I clipped my nails today. I can't get you out. Later. You want us both to die? I'm just going to stay here. Here, I'll wheel this cart of TNT in front of you. Maybe it will break the fall.
Perfect.
I keep knocking over.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you do.
Dude, how many times when we did Mystery Elephant together, our previous show,
The joke, the constant running joke was the fact that your hand found the mic more than anyone else. So anyone who has been a fan of us and followed us and appreciated and hung out with us, we appreciate it. We love you. You're amazing. You're incredible.
Yeah.
One thing you have to know about Mick is he has been so great about not talking with his hands. Because back in those days, all he did was swing violently.
It was just always like, I really got Jersey into it.
And usually it always starts up here. And then somehow his hands came down viciously.
Yeah, like I'm
struck
like
every
the bear is in the room.
It was a swat. It was a full on like you hear the thwap through the mic, and then far in the distance, like, oh God, oh no.
Well, no, it didn't help that I got the degenerate mic on every episode, and it would just be like up, and then like it would just start falling. What was that one episode?
No, we had a really crappy actuator one. It was one of those hydraulic actuated arms, okay, that held the mic up. And this thing would just slowly like droop down. So as he's talking, it's just slowly way down.
Been farther away from it.
Keep talking like that. It was ridiculous.
At one point, I had to rip it off the table and just hold it for the rest of the episode. It was like a 2-hour episode, and I just had to hold it. And
because
that
the
like
mic stand wouldn't hold anymore. He was just like.
Or how about that time we clamped it down, but the clamp didn't work and it rubbed off the table, and the thing just started coming towards my face as I'm talking. And I'm not watching it, but it's like coming towards my face. Oh man, stupid mics. Now I take care of them. Not you. You're beautiful. Thank you.
Not you. You're different, honey. Hi.
Keep working. Keep working.
I like you.
Don't go out on me. So anyway, sci-fi.
No, but I definitely say that Jordy and Data, I think, were one of the best bromances.
I think that was a forced bromance because Jordy clearly had proclivities that's not.
Okay, let's just not Jeffrey's tube this whole episode.
Yeah, we know what those Jeffrey's tubes are all about.
The Jeffrey's tube are the bypass areas when you have to do maintenance and work on the engine. It is not places to corrupt minds nor bodies.
Jordy wanted to bypass that ass.
Well, yeah, but he constantly failed until Ashley Judd.
Did he fail? Did he fail?
No. He did great.
The only people who have dropped mics have never had to pay for one.
Exactly.
Well, those weren't mine. As evident, none of that equipment was mine. As evident to the Casey and I were just one day informed that we're not doing the show we've been doing for 6 years and had over 100,000 listeners. And then we were just like, really? So we started Scene Snobs, and we're growing.
Different times.
Different times. And we're growing. Those are some fun times. No,
fun times.
So it wasn't my fault.
How we've grown.
Yeah, we do conventions now. Dude. But actually,
So Star Trek
Galaxy
Bromance. Star Trek Bromance. Hold on. Do we have any last? I want to last call this because you know me and Star Trek. I will always push for another Star Trek. One last moment.
Well, I see. Here's the thing. I don't know.
How about Jedzia, Dax, and Worf?
Ooh, nah, that was a romance.
Yeah, that was actually a romance.
That was they married each other, so it wasn't really like a romance. But Jadzia, Dax, and Cisco.
Yeah,
that was a good bromance.
That was a strong one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Liz is laughing at us, probably because of all my mic dropping. My inadvertent, not on purpose mic dropping.
Yeah, Liz completely gets it. Hi, Liz.
Hi, Liz. So, I like Cisco and Jedzia. That's a good one.
That's a strong one. Was there anyone else? Oh, well, the original series, Kirk and Spock, bro.
Yeah, well, I mean, I feel like that's the Mecca, though.
How do you? Okay, if Kirk and Spock is the Mecca, then how do you feel about? Like, was there a Sulu Scotty or a Scotty and Kirk? Or for me, I'll tell you my other favorite that is the Mecca to me was Bones and Kirk.
Well, I always count Bones, Kirk, and Spock because they were always like friends.
Yes and no, because the Bones and Spock was a different dynamic than Bones and Kirk and Spock.
But I feel like it worked. Honestly,
of course.
In a weird way, it's like I can't believe we're calling back to this shit again in one show. Fucking Mystery Elephant, our old show. I feel like that was us, the three of us, the throuple, the triumvirate.
Yeah.
You know, where it was just like generally it was you.
The three who can never be without the other three.
I don't know about all that, but I will tell you this.
Good wrestling promo, right?
That whole friendship was generally you being the referee between Billy and I, like, arguing with each other.
It was a lot of, hey, get the foot off the rope. You keep it legal.
You keep it legal. Yeah, shut your fucking mouth. That was basically what that whole relationship was. In a fun way. Like, it was fun. Don't get me wrong. I'm not
It was an adventure, bro.
It was. You know what I miss the most? We're getting real here. We're not even talking about sci-fi. You know what I miss the most? The smoke out nights.
Yes.
I was talking to Dan and Tim the other day, who will be a part of I don't think Tim's going to be a part of the Power Hour, but Dan will be.
Well, that's a bummer.
And yeah, we'll miss him. Tim is great. But they're brothers. They're friends of ours out of Michigan. And they were doing a smoke night. They were smoking meat. So they were getting to hang out with each other overnight. And I was just like, I miss that. Like when Casey had the smoker and we would just like all night just do the smoking. Yep. And that was my favorite thing.
I would start those smokes at around 7 a.m. and just let them rock and roll. And we would put on like a weird, ridiculous 8-pound brisket that would require 16 hours. And then have like either ribs or a pork shoulder or something on the side. And we just hang out all day. It was great.
Yeah, it was so much fun. And John, I hate to break it to you, but Kirk, Bones, and Spock were not the first mainstream throuple. The Three Stooges. We have to give it to the Three Stooges.
Actually, yeah. I'll give you the Three Stooges were the first official throuple because they all lived together. They couldn't function without the other one. Like, not one of them could ever get a job on their own. Did you notice that?
Yeah, they always had it was like, wait, you're not going to hire all of us?
Right?
I didn't appreciate that. They somehow made a job. Like they had to be painters or they had to be handyman. Yeah. Like something where all three of them were warranted for everything.
Every time because they couldn't interact by themselves, which I feel like meant we had a way more open society that was far more understanding of like, yeah, you know what? You three together could probably do one fence. You can paint one fence, right? And then, of course, through some terrible means of events, we'd wind up having some situation where they wind up destroying the fence, covered in paint, and costing 4 times what the actual work have done if they had paid one competent employee.
And somehow some cop would always show up.
So maybe this was actually a better show for capitalism. To be like, wouldn't it be better if you had one person instead of 3 idiots? Ha ha ha!
I hate the way
workforce.
I hate the way I lean on my table, and every time you make me laugh, like it looks like there's an earthquake in my side of town. Like,
Well, it gives it effect. That actually engages viewers. It makes everyone feel like they're part of an adventure ride.
I should do it like Star Trek. Just start turning the mic like. I didn't even turn the mic. I turned the camera. I'm an idiot.
Perfect. Well, no, but we felt it.
I'm going to turn the mic for the people listening. Yeah, there you go. I turned it. You didn't even know it.
Feel that in Spotify and Apple.
I did the modify. Shut up. It's peach season. I don't know if we have I like this. John said we have a valid point with the Stooges, but I don't know. But if we keep making Liz laugh this way, it's going to be a problem.
No, I don't think there's a problem at all. I think everyone should laugh that way constantly.
That's not an emoji. That's the emoji with the sweat bead.
Yeah.
Laughing. That's a panic laugh.
That's like, if I keep laughing, I might have a problem. I don't have an inhaler, but now I feel like I need one. Like,
Liz is either laughing so hard of one of three things is happening. She's either laughing and she probably has to pee.
Probably.
Which we've been known to do.
Have twice.
From time to time, twice. And that's why the panic drip is there.
Yeah.
Or she's like, I'm new to these guys and they're crazy.
Oh, well, yeah, that's valid.
Valid,
yeah,
that's fair too. Or she's like, that fat guy's going to have a heart attack. He keeps shaking that table.
Someone's going to fucking die. I don't know who it's going to be. Someone's going to have a big struggle buckle right now.
But let me tell you guys, I'm going back to Nick the Stick, and here's why. Because Noom is a sponsor, and I signed up. I've lost 10 pounds on that, by the way. Oh, well, that's great. I did want to meet 2 people signed up for Noom through us.
Oh, shit hot. That's awesome.
So thank you guys for signing up. That doesn't tell us who you are, so I can't thank you by name. But I want you guys to know, if you are interested, I'm going to be starting like a workout fitness channel on the Discord. So join up on the Discord if you want. You can join up there. We can talk about Noom. We can talk about other things and like kind of, try and like keep each other accountable, but also kind of like, cheerlead for each other.
I am infrequent, but I cheerlead the shit out of every human being on this earth whom I love and appreciate all of you who are a part of us. Because if you're not a part of us, you just haven't met us yet.
I feel like the only thing we haven't hit on was Skillshare.
That's fine, because we've got more Skillshare.
You guys want to get smarter?
Up because Skillshare. Being one of the great places to go and actually loot and plunder and learn and discover.
No, Liz, you're great.
No, you're great.
You're great.
And yes,
I'm saying it with the apostrophe.
We are great.
A new follower. All right, Liz, we appreciate you.
Thank you.
Let us know what you think. Check out our other shows. Like, see if you laugh. we try to keep people going.
Well, the other thing is, I was going to say with the sweating bead is a matter of maybe you've peed, you're on a date, and it's uncomfortable. So it's a bad date. So that's why you're listening to us. And then you peed, and now you're sweating because you're like, oh, you've been trying to hold it in so much. It's just coming out like.
I'm sorry.
And then you peed a little bit and you sweated. So I understand. Go to the bathroom for a minute, take a break, and then head on back and enjoy your evening, Liz.
If you're on a date and you're listening to us, that says a lot about that date.
Best date ever.
Best date. Bullshit.
Well, I'm sorry. No, unless if you're both listening to us,
unless he or she, ever. I'm not going to presume anything. He or she,
they,
or any pronoun. Yep. We are supporters. I'm just saying, but are put it on for you to listen to. If they did not put it on for you to listen to and you put it on, then they're losers.
Yeah, they put it on for you.
They put it on for you. Thank them because they're wonderful.
Yep.
And they have your best interest at heart.
Yes, they do. They actually believe in you and want the best for you and hope to bring you a little bit of sunlight in this nightmare human world we have.
Oh my God, this planet is on fire.
Oh yeah, no, literally on fire.
It's on fire everywhere.
Yeah, on fire.
And it's just scary. And it's, the heat waves, like, I don't have to worry about it because I have air conditioning. But not a lot of people do. And I don't know how much longer I'm going to.
I mean, I give it a good 17 years before things get really uncomfortable.
Dude, I just looked at you. Like, I swear to God, I want to talk about what we were talking about. But I looked at you, and you looked with those glasses and that hat. You look like a cross between Carl from Up and Michael Rappaport.
I feel that way. Oddly enough, hey, let me tell you what.
Did you hit the mic after all that?
A beautiful girl make you feel like you've been drinking Jack and Coke all day.
Dude, Michael Rappaport is that enigma actor that shows up on shows and it's just like, who are you?
Justified.
You
He was amazing on Justified. I've loved him in everything he's done.
God.
Beautiful Girls, he really sold me on. He did that weird one where he was the Celtics fan with Daniel Stern and they like stole a Lakers guy.
Actually, I like that one. That was him and Dan Aykroyd, wasn't it?
That's what it was, I think.
No, it's Dan Aykroyd. No, Damon Wayans was the one that got kidnapped.
Yes.
But it was Dan Aykroyd and Daniel Stern.
That's who it was?
I think so.
Are you sure?
I don't remember the name.
I'm going to believe you right now because you know more than I do. So
I don't know why it's coming back to me. I haven't seen that movie in like 30 years.
It works perfectly. In fact, it's better it's coming back to you because otherwise I stand like an idiot. So
no, it's true. It's true, Casey.
That's the one. That was the one.
So somebody on our Patreon has to pick that movie out for Plot Roast because it will be amazing.
Just so we can figure out who's right at this moment from this show.
Find out what it is. Join our Patreon and then tell us to watch it.
Yeah. Because if you tell us beforehand, we don't believe you.
This is Kathleen's way of getting us back on track. It's already too freaking hot because that came after the Michael Rappaport talk.
That's right.
Liz says, right? Oh my, it is getting hot.
Ooh,
yeah.
my.
It's getting hot. I don't want to get sued. Radar says, I feel like the real life equivalent of the dog in the fire. This is the fine meme right now.
That's what it is. Yep. Everything's
really
fine. It's all fine. We're all going to be fine.
That's what I was thinking. Nice. So, yeah, the world's on fire. And we were going to turn to
How about
SciFi
yours?
to talk about.
That's the way I like it because I'll never get bored.
The world's on fire. Elon Musk has a mother sister.
Has two mother sisters.
Has two mother sisters and a brother uncle.
Don't even bother with that one. It gets too deep.
And he has to pay Twitter a whole bunch of money.
The plankton is dying. Like
everything is going to hell, and we're joining in for the ride.
So if we're just gonna come in swinging, the whole point is for us to get kicked further back up because Friday, you're going to see us in full swing and full form. One of the things that Mick and I have always done throughout our entire careers, lives, and everything we try to do is help others. It really means a lot to make sure that we can give. We're capable human beings who can function, and it's important that we give back and try to make sure we build a sense of community, which has always meant a lot to us. And that's really what Friday's all about. So we really hope that you guys will be able to tune in for Casters for a Cause, our 12-hour fun-a-thon for charity, where we're going to be kicking money out to the World Central Kitchen and Sandy Hook Promise. It's all about trying to give any places to those who can't right now, or those who are struggling and those who need help. So if we can help a little bit, we try. And that's one of the great parts about the Scene Snobs, one of the things we really enjoy doing. And not to mention, it's the other incredible podcasters in the community we get to work with who will all be a part of it on Friday. So we really hope you'll be able to join us for a fantastic, wonderful day of 12 hours of craziness. And then let me tell you what, it's going to start fun and be loud and big, and it's going to be absurd in the middle. And then by the end, we're going to be so tired we don't know what's going to happen.
So yeah, we never know what's going to happen on these things. So basically, we set the tone. So the goal is $1,000. We're going to split it up between the two charities. These are two charities that we believe in. Sandy Hook Promise was, of course, started by the parents of the young elementary school victims from the Sandy Hook shooting, and it's to help prevent school shootings. That is their work. So you don't take it as a political thing because we all should want to be ending school shootings.
Gun rights are important, and I think gun rights are something we need to focus on, and we should always be aware of gun rights. We should not lose things that are rights.
I agree.
What we should not ever do is put other people in harm's way when we could potentially stop something.
Yes.
By getting smarter about how we respect those guns and their rights.
Yeah, I'm not talking about stopping guns or stopping any of that. That's a bigger issue. I'm talking about let's stop school shootings, and this organization works night and day to make sure that's the thing that is not going to happen anymore. And also, World Central Kitchen, Chef Andre, right out of Washington, D.C., over by us where we are. This man has fed so many people.
I mean, it's countless.
For free. All over. Every time somebody needs them or somebody's suffering, especially kids, he is on the case and he is providing meals for everyone. They're both wonderful organizations. You can look them up. We love them. We are all about it. So if you guys want to do it, like I said, I'm going to show you one more time because thank you, Casey, for bringing that up. It's Casters for a Cause. That is going to be this Friday starting at 12 p.m. Eastern. And it's a 12-hour event. As you can see, you can click, if you're on your phone, click this, Casters for a Cause. Or if you're on your desktop, you can click the picture or the donate button, and it brings you right over here. This is live now, but it will be running through Sunday. You can donate whatever you can. And if you can't donate, which I understand, and I've said this time and time again whenever we do these fund-a-thons, if you can't donate, it would just be wonderful if you can share this out. Let's put
if you
more
can
eyes.
share, if you can hang out, if you can use any platform you have. We have a tiny platform here that we love and appreciate and care very much about. And it's a platform that has allowed us to try to bring a little bit of happiness and a little bit of joy into your life, maybe once or twice a week, a couple times when you can tune in. It always means the world to be able to share that with you. And we hope to give you something. And we're hoping that you can help give something back to others. And that's just what we keep doing. If we can just keep sharing it and pushing it forward, then maybe we can keep building that hope and keep being better and keep being a light for other people in the world. And that's all we can keep trying to be. So we appreciate you, and it means so much. And thank you so much for the time you spend with us. And thank you so much for hanging out with us and for making us a part of your life. It means the world. So we're super excited for Friday. And super excited to be able to maybe keep spreading that message and keep spreading that light.
You have to take a shit, don't you?
No, like I got to pee, but that's fine. I've got a bottle and a hose thing going right now, so we're fine, man. It's like a reverse urethra.
I'm shaking the table again. Stop it.
It's my reverse urethra. It goes in, it goes out, buddy. I'm fine. I just got to kick my leg a little bit. Don't mind.
Well, I'm going to read off the comments. Then we're going to spin a quick yarn, and then on the outro. But I want to say, Liz, we understand you're upset. Hopefully, we brought a little bit of happiness to you tonight, and thank you for joining in. Please check out our shows, hang out with us. Paul is here. We love Paul. He's going to be a part of the charity event. He's going to be doing a Nope review, and he's going to be reviewing basically all of Jordan Peele's movies. So we're excited for that.
Yep.
Definitely has my interest as far as upcoming shows. Gary is one of the top directors as well. That was so far, so long ago.
Well, it took a while to get there.
Functional human beings? Where? I don't know. Not here.
Oh, no. Look, I found a mirror, and then I put Ethan Hawke's face on that point where my face would be in the mirror. And that's the functional human being I'm talking about. So,
oh, is it the Summer of Hawk?
Yeah.
Last year was the Summer of Rudd.
So last year was the Summer of Rudd. This year's Summer of Hawk. So I've gone from I can't recapture my youth because that motherfucker is just a liar. There's something in his blood.
There's something there.
A liar. So it's the Summer of Hawk. Because if anyone is aged gracefully, it's that guy.
Yeah, Ethan Hawke is a man.
I mean,
I agree, Radar. Yeah, we are not functional.
He's not quite a step below Clooney. He's like a step adjacent to Clooney.
That's fair.
Because if you can't Clooney, Hawk.
That's true. Actually, I'll talk about that in just a second. Nope. I am very excited for it. I am going to see it Thursday, so the review will be up Thursday night. So our review will be up Thursday night on YouTube, so you can check that out. So it's funny you mentioned Clooney and Hawke. Ethan Hawke is producing and directing. It's on for HBO. I think it's coming out this weekend.
Okay.
It's Paul Newman and his wife's like transcripts from their life because they recorded everything, and they got stars, and one of the main stars playing Paul Newman in it is George Clooney. So it's funny you mentioned it. Of course, it works. Right. It works on many levels. Okay, guys. So before I let Casey wrap things up, I'm going to just say this. if you liked anything you saw, like with the BarkBox, Super Chewer box that we have, or you're interested in Noom or Skillshare, stuff like that, the links are below. Those are affiliate links. Go check them out. And if you want to sign up,
please
appreciate it.
Make sure to check those out. And please make sure to follow up with any of those. Because I tell you what, Noom especially, I think they do.
I've lost 10 pounds so far.
Fantastic product. And bro, you're just looking more beautiful and happy and confident every day. And I couldn't be more excited for you, bro.
I appreciate that, brother. No, yeah. So I'm working on it, but we'll get back to that. You're going to see a lot of us on Friday, so join in for that. I just want to say, if you guys are interested in more Snob stuff, make sure you join our Discord. We have a great community over there that we're really building up. There's a lot of fun stuff we're talking about. If you're interested in Patreon, sign up for our Patreon. There's really cool perks. I am behind on getting everybody their T-shirts and their mugs and their pint glasses, but I will get there. But thank you guys for everything you do for Plot Roasts. We do monthly giveaways, stuff like that and more. Check that out. Everything is on thescenesnobs.com. Make sure you're following us on social media everywhere, because we do different things everywhere, and it's a lot of fun, and it all comes up. Before I go, I want to say thank you guys for watching. Casey, take it away.
I appreciate you, and thank you so much for joining us as always. Once a week, you let us make things a little bit brighter and happier for you with all the craziness going on. We hope you've enjoyed our absurd look at society and the world around us and the joy that we have from movies and the wonderful entertainment world. Until next time, my friends, be good, be kind to yourselves, and be kind to each other.
And as always, I cannot say it better myself, so I'm not gonna. Stay tuned and stay geeky. Thanks for watching and listening, everybody. I'm the Scene Snob, Mick Manhattan. You can check out the Scene Snobs Podcast live every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern on our YouTube channel, or all podcast platforms afterwards. Also on our YouTube channel, you can check out great shows like Real Combat, the ultimate debate show for movie lovers, mixed movie picks with new recommendations every week, Geek Fest Live every Sunday night, and new movie reviews and news all the time. Like and subscribe, then hit the notification bell so you know when all of our new episodes drop. Thank you so much to all of our amazing Patreon supporters, with whom this would not be possible. They help keep the lights on and support us in such big ways. If you would like to become a supporter on our Patreon and take advantage of all the perks like monthly giveaways, early access, and so much more, head on over to the Scene Snobs Patreon page and just sign up on one of our 2 tiers. Join our awesome community of geeks, movie lovers, and so much more, and join up on our Discord. The Scene Snobs Discord is now live, and you can head over to thescenesnobs.com for links to there and more. The Scene Snobs merch store is now open with original fun designs that are available on all different types of merch and apparel. Check out thescenesnobsmerch.com. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe to all of our social media accounts like TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and so many more. We have fun updates, topics, we talk about collectibles, and so much more on there. It's a great time. You can find all of our links to everything on thescenesnobs.com or on our link tree, which are down in the descriptions below. Thanks again, everyone. Stay tuned and stay geeky.